It's been so long! Oh my god, it's been so long! Oh my god, it's been so long! Ah! I mean, hi! Welcome to Out Past the Rings, volume 112. I'm back after an extended hiatus, mostly due to a vacation and busyness and COVID, and wasn't sure how to do this Out Past the Rings. So, why? Well, let's do the history first. Okay, so, well, I had already released the previous single and 7-inch fashion statements by SeeYouSpaceCowboy in the previous, like, 1 or 2 years before this was released, so I guess it was kind of a no-brainer. They just kind of asked me, do you want to release the next thing also? And I was like, yes, please. So that was it. That's it. I already knew SeeYouSpaceCowboy and had the in. I did know Second Grade Knife Fight too, because Jonah, who is Second Grade Knife Fight, also plays in Wrist Meet Razor. So I was already in contact with him through that as well. So I did know both of the bands. This was a co-release between Zegma, Miss the Stars Records, Dark Trail Records, Dingleberry Records, Long Rail Records, R.I.P. and Peace Records, Racker Pack Records, and I guess Pattern Recognition Records did some tapes. So interesting to note that that's a lot of Screamo labels. And this is the second ever Dark Trail release. So that's Christian from Mathcore Index's label. This is a great fucking split. It's really good, especially if you like it like grindy and abrasive and just like non-stop rip your face off kind of deal. You've got 4 tracks, all new by SeeYouSpaceCowboy, and then you've got 5 new tracks from Second Grade Knife Fight. Second Grade Knife Fight is super fast, almost like Cinema Grind on speed. Discordance Axis, I think, is probably the best comparison there. Or Cheeseburger Picnic, now that I think about it, is also pretty similar. A lot of like audio clips from movies or TV shows. I don't know what half of them are from, but they're good ones, and they work really well with the music. And then you've got SeeYouSpaceCowboy, their last 4 songs, essentially, before they got signed to whatever the major label they're on is. I forget the name. But yes, congratulations again, obviously, to the band for making that jump. I think that's absolutely stellar. So this release, though, there was 300 copies on black, and then that's not black. I'm aware. I realize I haven't showed the cover yet. And then another 200 on like this garbage mix, which ended up being pretty cool. Actually, one of the reasons why this Out Past the Rings took so long is because I drove down to Seattle right before the band got signed, and I saw them play in a house, which was amazing. And I didn't interview the band. I interviewed Connie and Jesse. So Jesse's not in the band anymore. So I'd basically just been fighting with myself. Like, I drove like 16 hours down there because there was construction stuff. It sucked. And my brakes cut out. It was not a fun drive there and back. But yeah, all of that driving, I had this 25-minute interview with Jesse and Connie sitting there. But I don't think I'm going to include it in this Out Past the Rings. Maybe in the future at some point, but as Jesse isn't in the band, maybe after the band dissolves or something, then I'll post it. But it'll come out at some point because 16-hour drive. So but I can say that while I was in New Zealand, I was talking to Connie quite a bit. We had hatched a plan to release all of their other material on a 10-inch record. So this split and the fashion statements and the demo and the single song were all going to go on that 10-inch compilation. It was essentially we both were talking about how we love Blood Brothers, and I was like, rumors laid waste, 10 inches sick, we should do something like that. To which Connie said, cool. So we got all the way up to the artwork, actually. What's that? I have the artwork? Oh, well, let's take a look. That was the artwork. So, like, Connie had even done that part, but then after they got signed, we were kind of like, uh-oh, can we still do this? And then the label bought their old material, so they just went off the table. So, and then they did do a compilation with 2 extra tracks later on the label that they signed to. So it still got out there, just not in the capacity that I was initially thinking. But again, I think it's amazing that they got signed, and you know, being able to release some of their early stuff and have people, you know, come back and look at ZBR because of that. It's pretty awesome. I feel very lucky to have been involved. I know Christian also feels the same way. So these are obviously long gone, and there will not be any represses or anything. It's already been put on the 12-inch compilation. I don't think I've got anything else. Oh, right. It is on here. See? SeeYouSpaceCowboy 10-inch was initially slated for ZBR112, but that later went to Como Regalia's The Mirror after realizing that was an unattainable 10-inch. What's next? It's just on the page. Fuck. It's Nibbuin! It's Nibbuin's Breathing, and guess who just hit me up a couple days ago about their new full-length?
Hi. We're SeeYouSpaceCowboy from California.